Good evening, everyone. Today I'm gonna do a short late night Morrowind stream. I'm gonna show off the player home mod that I used for many years, the private mobile base. Give you a little tour. The reason that I stopped using this mod recently is because when I switched over from the Bethesda Morrowind engine to OpenMW, several of my apps don't work right. Several of my mods don't work right in OpenMW, and this is one of them. So, um, looking for a new permanent player home. But this is the one I used for many years before discovering OpenMW, and I'd like to show it to you. It's pretty cool. Um, if there's time, we may do some random exploration afterwards, but it's probably just going to be a short stream today. Let's get right into it. And we'll go with the face cam today because lighting's not that great in this room, so you can't really see how bad my skin is right now. So we can use the face cam. Let's begin our game. Hopefully it will actually work this time. Yeah, the reason I'm showing off this mod today is because I'm actually on the road for a few days. So I have my laptop on which I have not yet set up OpenMW. I still run um, Bethesda Morrowind on here. So you'll notice the graphics are not quite as good as they usually are when I play Morrowind. It's a shame because this player home allows for some nice aerial views if the view settings are set high, but my laptop can't really handle that. Looks like the game is trying to load. It always takes longer to load oh, the Bethesda Morrowind engine than OpenMW. Here we go. We're gonna skip the tutorials as usual. We dropped a few frames, but nothing's happened in the game yet. Will be a teenage Dunmer boy today. We'll go with that guy. And he'll be a pilgrim. I'm just making things up right now. Uh, and the tower. And we do have to go over to the lighthouse and get the cheat utilities today. And wow, we're lagging the moment we step outside. As you can see, we can't see as far as usual. That's because of the way that it's set up on this computer. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Still the game we all love. And for some reason, the game is also a lot darker. Night eye should help us a little bit. Like, I can't even see what I'm doing over here. But there's our magic crate. It's got all the stuff we normally have. We'll also go grab us an armor. And you'll notice that our gold is 8 million. That's because it costs over 7 million to get it costs over 7 million gold to get a fully functional private mobile base. I'll show you what I mean. So now we're going to go get some armor. We're getting some armor just so I can look as rich as the home I'm about to go into. This is a grab and run kind of deal. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We got all 9 parts. Let's get out of here. And yes, I do have my army of Daedric bodyguards today, but I didn't feel like wasting time on them. So, let's get dressed. And there we are. A nice rich looking silver armor set. And man, my character looks a little girly, but otherwise not too bad. Alright, next thing we gotta do is fast travel over to Caldera. We could run there too, but I'd rather just get to the base as quickly as possible. So we're going to travel to Balmora on Silt Strider. And then from Balmora, we're going to take the Mages Guild teleport into Caldera. And from there, we need to go into, and when we get to Caldera, we're going into Shank Shovel. There's the guy we need to talk to. So this is Balmora. This is the largest Halalu town in the game, but it's nothing compared with the size of the Halalu cities on the mainland. Same can be said about Algrun and Redoran, Sadrith Mora and Telvanni. The mainland's where the big cities are. Alright, we need to go to the Mages Guild, so we can pick up guild transport to Caldera. Let me rearrange some things on my screen a bit so I can, there we go. Now I can see the chat a little bit better. And yes, OpenMW does still have the issue where people hurry to walk in front of you and then stop, blocking your path. They haven't fixed that. Caldera. So now we're going to leave the Mages Guild and go to Shank's Shovel. Alright. It's been a little while since I've done this mod, so I have to remember where Shank is in relation to the guild. This might take a few minutes. Pawnbroker. Is this the building? This might be the building here. No, that's the trader. There we go, Shank's Shovel. This is where we want to be. And we're looking for a fancily dressed man in this little tavern. Not him. Crogius Condera. He's our man. We talk to him. We ask for the private mobile base. He asks if we want to buy it. We say yes. He takes the gold. He gives us a key. And it doesn't matter where we place it for right now. And then we've been given the starting key for Caldera. Now we have to talk to him about enhanced PMB for the upgrade. Yes, we want to upgrade. And then we have to wait for 2 game days. Alright, now if we go and we talk to him about enhanced private mobile base, we've been upgraded. He tells us we can pick it up in Sadrith Mora. And then we go to his barter screen. You have to buy all of these items in order to have a fully functional private mobile base. And they add up to over 7 million. There's keys, propylon indexes, a teleport ring, power cores, and control keys. Wow, he only charged me 6.5 million this time. I guess disposition and a little bit of randomness is in there as well. Let's use our ring and teleport over to... We'll teleport to the control room. And when you teleport to the control room, this is what it looks like. This is the exit hatch, and then that door up there, right here, leads to... These 2 doors lead to the rest of the base. We'll go there in a bit, but as you can see, the control panel is a little incomplete. So we come over to this device here, and we load all of our power cores. This will take me a couple moments. And each power core we load will allow us... Each power core we load will allow us to put a control key into the control board. It says we're fully loaded, so now we come over to this machine and we put the keys in. Alright, says we've loaded all the keys. You can still see we still have keys here. These are to various rooms in the base, as well as private mobile base propylon index. You'll notice with the ring, the control ring, when you got a control room, propylon chamber, storage room, or room 1. As you can see, we've loaded up the control panel with all its different options. And I mean, this literally goes everywhere in vanilla. Balmora, Dagon Val, Fort Frostmoth. There's also hover settings. I don't recommend using those, because then you won't be able to get to them except with the ring. Evenheart, Raven Rock, Ghost Gate. Yes, it even goes to Ghost Gate, even though that's not a proper town. Algroon. There's another hover. Narm. So basically pretty much anywhere. I just want to see where I want to go. So give me a moment to look through these. Karstag. Is that... I think that's Solstheim. Because all of these are vanilla. Gildenhall. Morgan. Sadrith Mora. which is where we are now. Thirsk. Wait, those sound like Skyrim places. I'm not sure if they're Solstheim. Central Solstheim, Sadanine, Caldera, Odai Plateau. So you can even go to the stronghold locations. Bal Isra is another stronghold. Balmora Private Tower? I'm not sure what that is. I think that's another mod that I've never used. Or Voss and Mournhold Temple. Let's see what that looks like. So you choose a switch, and it does its little teleportation. It does its little control animation. And then you come and you exit. And down here, there's some storage crates. And then you come down. And when you exit, it's truly a sight to behold. As you can see, we're inside this tower. And sometimes if your speed is too high, you get stuck on the geometry. And if you can see, this thing is huge. Huge, I tell you. It literally shadows this whole region of the city. It's an ominous sight to behold. But I'll show you something really cool once we get to the top of it. Now let's give you a tour of the other areas. You've seen the control room, so now I'm going to give you a tour of the rest of the ship. Did I just call it a ship? Well, it kind of is. Let's go to the stairway. Okay, this first room is passenger exit and teleport. This allows you to teleport companions to a couple locations. Balmora, Aldrune, Vivek Foreign, Sadrith Mora, Caldera, and Mournhold Palace. So if you go there, if you hit one of these switches, it'll teleport you. But the ship does not go with you. You know what? We are in Mournhold, though. Let's just find our way back to the ship normally. I don't spend a lot of time in Mournhold. It's worth looking at the pretty architecture as we move through this. There we are. Only had to go one adjacent cell to get back to our ship. And you can go any of those locations. Let's finish the tour and then we'll pick a place to go so I can demonstrate. Teleport to another location. Let's go back in the hallway. And it's kind of a little maze here. This door goes to the private quarters area. And that little sound effect you heard was one of the keys, room keys activating. Before I go up there, this is the main lobby of the private quarters. And this house would be impressive enough as it was if all it had was this. Let's go into the other hallway that was in the control room now. Because it all comes back together ultimately. So now we're going to go into the lower hallway, and from here we can access a few things. Here's a massive storage closet, lots of cabinets and high capacity chests. A little warehouse for your use. I've always liked this room. Now this is called the lower hallway, so let's go down here. And then combat simulation. This is a cool area. This room. In this room, it can be accessed from the other hallway too. And look, broken content. I'm not sure what mod that is causing those broken content highlights. I'm not that concerned about it. They're not really in the way here. So you'll pick one of these switches, and then a combat practice drone will generate from this machine, for example. And there's also a panic button that will disappear whatever has been summoned. Oh, it's all panic buttons down here. Let me try and remember how to get it. Oh yeah, this is where we start to see the monsters. Panic button. Let's do a Centurion spider. There should be 3 Centurion spiders running towards me. Yep, there they are. And now we do the panic button, and they vanish. Now let's do something a little more substantial for my Daedric bodyguards to take advantage of. Imperfect level 80, Hawking Fabricant. I'm not going for the level 80 thing. Or am I? Alright, time for the army. We're summoning all four groups. So there's 32 Winged Twilight bodyguards there, keeping him busy. And this battle is not really meant to be part of the tour. And it even gives you some weapons you can pick up here. Or repair, not weapons, but repair tools. And arrows. And my bodyguards were enough to defeat the simulation. So let's unsummon them. Alright, so there's a little demonstration of the combat room. We're going to come out the side door. I think. Unless this is the hallway we just came from. Control room, storage room. Combat simulation. And here's kind of a little viewing area. So if you have companions, or you're running multiplayer Morrowind, people can come here and watch you fight. There's even a little throne with prime viewage. So yeah, you can get your own little throne with the private mobile base. Let's see, was that as far as this hallway goes? No, it goes on a little bit beyond that. But that's another entrance into combat simulation. So yeah, We need to get back into the other hallway. So yeah, the combat simulation is probably one of my favorite rooms in this piece. Back to the control room. We're going to go back into this hallway now. We still have a lot of keys left to activate, so back into the private quarters lobby area. There's a few rooms that come off of here. There's the starboard hallway. We're going to take a look around here for a little bit. Here's another tinier storage closet. I say tiny, but even this is nice. But there's storage closet. Private quarters. Yeah, let's take a look. There's an alchemy lab with tables. And it even comes with labeled storage jars, so you can put all your various ingredients and keep them sorted and organized. That's nice. A library of different ingredients. All the ones in vanilla are here. I don't think they include anything new from Tamriel Rebuilt. Also more storage crates. I don't think we were done looking at starboard hallway. Yeah, it goes up even more. Let's go over to forward hallway though. I want to work up. Because the big finale of the tour, I want to be the top of the ship. So let's go over to forward hallway. Another key activated. So here's a nice little bedroom. Fancy little bedroom here. With another door to private quarters. There's Alchemy Lab again. I want to make sure we got everything on this hall. Hall of Relics and Artifacts. This is the private mobile bases museum area. Glass cases. You can open them and put items in them to display. And then close the glass case over them. And then lots of different glass cases, display racks here, two podium areas for bigger things to show off, the hall stairway, it goes up, and here's a few more glass cases for your little museum. And now you have a little private viewing area for your museum. Okay. Wait, where are we now? We just went to the swimming pool room. We're not done with the lower levels yet, but here there's a nice little swimming pool. And no, I don't have an air meter because my utility ring gives me water breathing. Argonians will fit right in this facility. Starboard hallway. I want to get back to alchemy. We want to be back in the private quarters for a bit. Stairway. Another missing, another broken item. Don't know what that is. We're now in the upper level of the living area. Here's another nice bedroom. Not quite as fancy as the first one we saw. but still nice. What rooms haven't we gone to yet? Observation deck, propylon. So I think we've seen most of what there is to see so far. Now we're going to go, yeah. And now we're going to go here to the upper deck passage. These are the highest levels. Propylon chamber. I did not mean to click on that, but if you hold the propylon indices, you can use this just like the regular propylon network. So we're gonna, I didn't mean to go there, so we're actually gonna, plus I missed a room, so we're gonna teleport back to base. But yeah, so as long as you have the propylon indices, the PMB versions, you can use them to teleport. Let's go back into I want to show you one more thing. I want to not what I meant to do. There's one other doorway I forgot to go to from that upper passage. And I forgot to show you this back here. There's two more little doors here behind the stairs. And this is a nice little dining room. Now we want to go up the stairs and go back into the upper hallway. This takes you to the observation deck, which is the top of this ship. And it's nighttime. How am I supposed to show you anything when it's nighttime? It's a brightly lit city. But perhaps Mournhold isn't the best example of a place to go for observation. Control room. Karstang. There were a couple. Gildenhall. Thirsk. I kind of want to see what the Thirsk one goes to, because that's a Nordic name. That's not Solstheim on my map. It doesn't look like. Hold on. Does this connect to another mod I don't have yet? I'm not sure. Because Thirsk. So we are on Souls time. That's what I thought. But that was a nice demonstration of, hey, we're no longer in Mournhold. This thing actually does what it says it's going to do. It's fast travel, player home, and combat practice all in one. In a very fancy package. So, back to the observation deck. As you can see, there's a nice scenic view of the island of Solstheim behind us. And you know what? That's a nice, good place to end. I actually want to find out if the bug in the utility ring, also that I discovered in OpenMW, also affects Bethesda. I unequipped the utility ring, and I'm still alive. Interesting. Usually when I unequip the utility ring in OpenMW, my character instantly dies. Let's see if there's enough for a one hit. Not even close. See, my view distance is so small in this engine that my base just vanished as we flew up. And again, the graphics extension can't draw the base because of all its effects. So now if we drop the flying ring, we should insta-death. We should fall far enough to insta-death. There we go. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Interesting. The geometry is broken. He landed half buried in the ice. Let's see if there's anyone to raid tonight. Give me a moment to go to my Twitch and see if we have a raid. I'm seeing Darium online. He is a Pokemon TCG opener. And I haven't been to his stream in a while because what's been going on with the Pokemon cards in recent months, it's been depressing me, so I've been trying to avoid Pokemon cards for a little while. But I enjoy Darium. Let's go give him a little raid. Let me make sure he's still on, because he had already been going for a few hours before I started. Alright. Okay, I'm not sure who that is, but it's not Darium. Laura Wiley is not doing music tonight. Emmy Knightley, she usually does Morrowind on Mondays, but she's not doing that. Koga doing Star Wars. Nobody I'm really interested in on my list. Let me check out a couple of these recommended channels here. Find us someone. Okay. You know what? We'll do Koga. He's doing Star Wars: The Old Republic. but he's in chair stream right now. So he's in chair stream right now. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that game. And one of my music streamers just signed on, but they're not really interested. All right, Koga's back. We're going to raid Koga. All right, they are a mature channel, but you know, it is the middle of the night here. So have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you soon. And I know I'm overdue for an art stream. I'm going to try and do another Kazoosicle over the weekend. We'll see what I can get done this week. So I'll see you soon. Have a good night. And let's go give Koga some attention now.